Hi, you guys. Welcome back. And of course, if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Tracy, and this is episode number 2 of the Mystical Moon series. And this episode is all about the phases of the moon and how the moon phase on the day that you were born could possibly have effect on your personality. So stay tuned. It's basically common knowledge that the moon goes through a cycle of phases each and every month. So our moon goes through the same phases from new moon to the full moon and then back to the new moon again each and every 29 and a half days. Now, each moon phase actually brings with it a different energy from the moon. And so, therefore, different aspects of your life can actually be enhanced or even obstructed based on the energy that the moon is putting off. So, part of the Mystical Moon series is just learning as much about the moon as possible so that you can just take whatever parts of the lessons that you think resonate with you and learn a little something about yourself or your habits. Or just the energies of the universe in general. Each and every phase of the moon brings with it a different energy. And the energy that the moon brings in each of these different phases can actually be used to help with gardening, with your beauty regime. It can help with success in business or even in your own health. So there are so many different ways that moon phases can affect us, and I'll be sure to make plenty of Mystical Moon series videos for you guys covering each of these different topics over time. But each and every phase of the moon brings a different energy, and it can do different things for you if you want to use these moon phases to strengthen your intentions. So the cycles with the ever increasing and decreasing light of the moon definitely brings different energies. Some energies of increase, some of decrease. Some energies are introspective, some are extroverted. That's why I wanted to make today's video to go over each moon phase and how that could affect your personality being born under each of the phases. Now, if you are not sure what phase the moon was in on the day that you were born, I'm going to go ahead and include a link for a moon phase calculator down in the description box under this video. And just type in your birth date there and you'll be able to find out what phase the moon was in on the day that you were born. I am also going to go ahead and put some timestamps down in the comment section. So if you scroll all the way down to the comments, you can find the timestamps for each of the moon phases. So if you just want to skip straight to your moon phase, you can go ahead and find the time there. If you were born under a new moon, then it's very likely that you are an excited and a spontaneous personality. You have a very bubbly and outgoing personality, and you love to get things going with lots of enthusiasm. Now, the thing that you have to look out for is just kind of fizzling out before you complete whatever it is that you set out to do. So new moon people are very creative, very intuitive and impulsive, and at times can even make decisions kind of without thinking them through. So that's another thing that you might want to look out for if you find out that you were born under the new moon. If you were born under the new moon, you are full of renewal, just that excited, spontaneous energy. And you can always get other people on board with your enthusiasm, especially at the beginning of new projects. If you were born under the waxing crescent moon, and that's sometimes also known as the first crescent, then this person who born under the waxing crescent moon is very assertive and adventurous and just definitely full of curiosity about life. The waxing crescent moon person is also the type of person who wants to complete anything that they set out to do. So you really do want to strive to keep going once you've started something. And you're especially happy and fulfilled when you work on something that you believe is very worthwhile. So be sure that you're not just stuck in a mundane routine and not actually feeling like you are actually doing something good in the world in some way or another. So maybe if you're born under this moon phase, be sure to always find a worthy cause, a worthwhile purpose for why you're doing the things that you do on a regular basis. If you were born under the first quarter moon phase, then it is very likely that you are very physically as well as mentally active. You are always on the go. You're always interested in everything that crosses your path or your experience. And being born under the first quarter moon also makes you very strong-willed and very expressive of your will on others. So some people might even consider you stubborn if you were born under the first quarter moon. You have a very active and questioning mind, and you definitely want to challenge the status quo in a lot of situations. But also you're a builder. You're someone who might want to build something up or to even take something apart to rebuild it better than it was before. If you were born under the waxing gibbous moon, then that means that you're a very self-aware individual, and you might have some kind of perfectionist traits as well, but you're very creative, and also you still have a very calming influence for others. You have a drive to also help others in all that you do. It's almost as though your mission is to just make this world a better place if you're born under the waxing gibbous moon. These individuals are also constantly analyzing their surroundings. So you just have to be careful not to follow ideologies blindly under this moon phase, only because you have this strong desire to help others and you're a very caring individual. So therefore, if you trust someone, you might just blindly follow something that maybe you should look into a little more, become more self-aware about why you're doing certain things that you do, for instance. If you were born under the full moon, then you are spontaneous, energetic, and you love to start new projects, but you also love to see those through all the way to completion. That brings you a lot of happiness and fulfillment, being a full moon individual. You are very empathetic, and therefore you are emotional yourself, but you also pick up on the emotions of other people around you and other environments that you enter into. So you just need to be aware of what emotions are actually yours and what you need to let affect you. And it would be smart if you're a full moon individual to carry around some crystals that you can use to protect your energy, and just kind of keep you grounded. Being a full moon individual is a lot like being a bridge as well between the past and the future. So what I mean by that is it could be that you are the one connecting the older generations of the family with the younger generations of the family in some way, or it might be you that helps to carry the traditions through, or something along those lines. But it's like being the bridge between the past and the future. If you were born under the waning gibbous moon, then that could mean that you're a very calming influence. You have a very caring nature, and you may also be wise beyond your years. You, being born under the waning gibbous moon may also mean that you feel the need to teach others through your own life experiences. The individuals born under the waning gibbous moon have a compulsion to help others. And I think it's just kind of attached to that caring, gentle nature, that very calming nature of yours as well. If you were born in the last quarter moon, then that might mean that you have been through a lot of change in your life, or in the future you are going to be experiencing different life situations that feels like you just have to change completely over and over. Last quarter individuals are always reevaluating their own beliefs, so therefore creating their own types of change by examining and reevaluating what it is they believe and why they believe in certain things, which obviously does sometimes lead to change. These individuals who are born under the last quarter moon are very mature, are kind of like an old soul. These individuals are also very sympathetic towards other people. If you were born under the last quarter moon, then you might be prone to bouts of nostalgia or melancholy. So it would be wise to just let go of the past and focus on the future during those times where you're starting to feel sad about it, just because you're kind of living too much in the past in your thinking. If you were born during the balsamic or dark moon phase, then it is very likely that you are an introverted individual. Because this is like that transitional period of the moon, this is really the time of going inward. So an individual born in the balsamic or dark moon phase are very spiritual and intellectual individuals rather than physical. These individuals are also innately wise and very intuitive because they are very introspective and they understand their internal workings, maybe on an even deeper level than some other individuals who haven't really worked at it. The people born in the dark moon phase as well are known as like dreamers. So you might be a daydreamer, someone who just kind of thinks up their own little reality in their imagination. So that is another characteristic of this moon phase individual. But overall, this is a very spiritual and intellectual phase of the moon. Okay, you guys, it's time for you to let me know if you like the Mystical Moon series. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a like. And feel free to put some comments in the comment section down below. I would love to read your comments. And of course, if you are a viewer but not yet a subscriber, I'm inviting you now to click subscribe right under this video. And then you will be able to click the bell and be notified each and every time that I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for spending your time with me. I love you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.